What's up everybody, I'm back again with another top 10 tips in Fortnite. I've never actually made one of these videos before, but I think I have a few tips in here you may not have seen yet. So let's get straight into it. Okay, so the first tip is going to be right here at this tree. Now if I zoom in here you can see the way these tips swing in the wind. Looks pretty cool, especially with the purplish hue on the background. I'm pretty fond of this tip. Kinda wish it wouldn't move around as much so you could get a better look at it, but nonetheless, let's move on. Now for this tip, I made a little catwalk so I could get a better look at it. It's kind of hard to get a good angle on it, being a tree and all. It's kind of high up there, taller than me for sure. But I thought I got a pretty good angle of it, especially right here with the zoom in. Nice and pointy, as you can see. I definitely would recommend coming and checking this one out if you've got time in a game, but on to the next tip. Now if you've been playing Fortnite for a while, you've probably seen these tips around from time to time. You know, they come off the top of the TV. I believe they're called antennas. Could be wrong about that, I'll have to research that a little bit more. I haven't really looked into it that much, but yeah, not bad for a tip. There's two of them again, so there's that. I got that going for them. Next tip! Unfortunately, we'll try and record footage of these tips. I have some players that come and try and kill me. I don't know why, I'm just trying to get tips to try and help out the community. But I'll just finish this guy off and we'll continue with the video. Now that we got that out of the way, we can move on. So right here we got a nice thin green tip. I was actually lucky enough to find one in this specific spot, and you'll see why in a second, because if we move on over here, there's actually another tip, which is really rare. I was so lucky I got this. The way this one just like curves into it is just so spectacular, and I was so happy when I got this. Now moving right along, right here is one that so many players miss. I almost run straight past it, but if you look really closely you can see these nice pointy little tips. Super easy to miss, but if you happen to come across one, I definitely recommend you stop and just give it a nice little look. Just 1 or 2 seconds, but you know, give the designer some credit. Just so nice. So nice. Now right here we get a real treat. If you look at the ground here, you'll see these nice little mushrooms and... oh, 1 second. Now as I was saying, they got 2 shades of red, a little bit of orange in there, some white dots. They look really nice in the sun. Let me just take care of this real quick. But yeah, not as rare as some of the other tips, but definitely one to admire for sure. So once again we got another little tip here. I'm not really a big fan of this one. I kind of just was running out of places to go with tips, but it definitely is a tip. So I mean, you could totally just run past these ones if you want. Don't really recommend them. Definitely some better tips out there. At this point I am starting to get a little bit frustrated with how many people are trying to stop me from finding these tips. Like, it seems like this guy just wants all the tips for himself, which isn't very fair. There's a pretty big community playing this game, but nobody else is really making a video like this, so I figured I'd just push through, get rid of this guy, and continue with the tips. So this is one of the ones that go kind of unnoticed. Everybody sees it every single game, but nobody really takes the time to look at it, you know? Like right here, you can see all the grass tips just dancing in the wind. It's beautiful. It really is, you know? Just wish more people would pay attention. On a happier note, I never actually caught this one until I watched this footage back, but you can see as this guy falls through the sky. I'll pause it right here. You get this perfect little glimpse of the tip of his weapon, and it's just, you never get shots like these nowadays. Just this close to the storm, this small of a circle, this few people left. It's just breathtaking. So that's pretty much going to do it for this video. Thank you guys for watching. Let me know if these tips helped you at all. I don't know how they would, so if they did, please leave a comment because that would be very interesting to me. Thanks for subscribing. New videos coming soon.